Hello everybody, I am Red King from Send More Robots, and welcome back to Space Engineers. So, today is Thursday, which means there is a new, lovely update for this game. And as you can see, I'm a little further off from my normal outpost over there, which is kind of just hanging out. And that is because they have introduced a couple of new features that actually don't require me to be in the big old base over there. First off, I wanted to talk about there was the GPS system in last update. As you can see, I've marked this one as more stuff, because this is more stuff for this particular update today on this lovely Thursday. And as you can see, there's the antenna and everything, but there's no antenna. So GPS allows you to make a location in a set point in space somewhere. So if you find some ore that you really need and you don't want to go back, especially with exploration mode, considering how far it is, it'll tell you. And be like, hey, this is where this is, come get it, or come back for it. So I just made this little location so that I could register it as more stuff. But the big thing they've added for this one is actually called voxels, or hand voxels. And if you push G, you can see voxel hands. And that's a new tab on this whole thing, and it creates these little boxes. Now, if anybody's been keeping up with the Keen Software House and seen what they've been creating lately, which was medieval engineers, this is going to look very familiar to you, because this is actually the same little thing they were using to, like, update the world. It's kind of exciting, to be honest. This is actually really cool, because it means we can alter the terrain as we need to alter it. So, let's say I have a friend who's playing this game, and he gets on this world, and there's not a whole lot of minerals from him to get a hold of. So, I go up to this one, and you can actually change the material in which this one is. First off, you can actually change, like, the surface and everything like that by using the mouse button. So you can see, I've just put a bunch of stone on there. Or stone 1, so whatever that is. But if you use the brackets, it'll change the material type. But using the left mouse button actually raises the environment. So specifically, I'm trying to match them up. That seems pretty dang close. But it actually changes the, you can lift it up or you can drop it depending on left or right mouse button. So left causes it to create, whereas the right causes it to destroy. And as you can see, it gets rid of what you initially started, but then I can tear into this one a little bit at a time. I think it doesn't count it as an actual asteroid. It might be this one, because it'll work. I mean, it works on building it, but let's see if it'll let me. See, yeah, this will let me tear right into it. And as you can see, I just tore a huge gap into that, considering there's already a giant hole in it. I just tore a gap into it, and it's very simple to do. Like I said, this will allow you to change the materials. The brackets will let you change materials, as you can see as I cycle through. Let's do something shiny. Let's just plop a mound of gold. Now you can see there's a new mound of gold. Now, if you just want to change the surface of it without altering, like, the structure or how it, like, sizes itself, left mouse button actually just colors it. It's like painting. So if you're painting and you want to paint like a single object or make something grow, you use the left mouse button. If you want to paint the area, you use the middle mouse button. As you can see, my thing is a bit jumpy because it's trying to, like, position itself according to the position in which the asteroid is positioned. So if we actually push H on the keypad, you can see it has certain settings right here. And you can see there's the radius of it. It's pretty big. It gets pretty big at that point. 10 radius, 1.5 radius. You can adjust it as you need to. You can show the bound boxing. So if we look around, you see this green box. That's actually the area in which the asteroid is bound. So in this area, I can create anything I want. I can see, literally, I just made a gold nugget. I can just make anything in this space. It does not interfere. It does not do anything. But I'm going to go into spectator mode, which takes me all the way out here. Okay, now that we're back in the zone, you can see me as a... there I am. So, as you can see, there's a red box around me, and this is part of the bounding, the shadow bound box. So, since I'm in the area, you can't do anything. But, as soon as I'm out, I can drop these little... I can drop them. And it's the same thing. It's like a character, or like this ship right here. You can't put stuff around it. You can put it near it, but you can't do anything around. You can't do anything inside the actual machine itself, or the object or station or anything like that, because of... Actually, yeah, you can do it on the station. So, that's the thing. That's the difference, is stations you can literally build into. So people who want to do custom maps like that, like survival settings or anything like that, I've seen a guy, Last Stand Gamers, he did something like that where he made an entire map where it was built into the asteroid. This will actually make it easier so that people can create entire stations built within an asteroid without actually having the asteroid there to begin with. And everything is so gold and shiny and scary. But overall, yeah, it lets you do a lot, which I'm pretty enthused about. Like I said, if you were familiar with medieval engineers, this is already something you've seen before. As you can see, it comes in a couple of varieties. It can also be rotated like ships, so you can change the order, change the way it is, using the same keys you would rotate blocks. So like page up, page down, home, and insert, and delete. But let's go back to that H menu. So the H menu here, so you see it says snap to voxel grid. Now if I go back, it moves really smoothly, and that's because it's no longer trying to snap to positions, like, It's instead just rotating freely with my cursor. We'll go back and you take the shadow box bound, and you can see the green surface is gone. Project to voxel. So this actually snaps it directly to the asteroid, nothing else. So if I try to look at any of these little asteroids, it actually will not affect them. So that's why you would do like the normal things, like you would have in the normal settings, just because you wouldn't be able to do anything otherwise. But now you can see I can give this its nice little skirt of uranium. And that's just because of it's specifically set to just interact with the asteroid and not anything else. Which is really cool. Like it's in multiple shapes. We can do whatever. And since it's not snapping, it's not on the snap to voxel grid, it doesn't just go in one particular line, it actually goes all over. It goes in whatever direction I need it to. So, whoa! Done. And now I've added more uranium to this whole thing. After that, there is the auto leveler. So everything else, like everything you see on here, is actually... Oh, wow. Oh, this creates a ramp. That's really cool. Creates a ramp right towards you. That's interesting. Whoa! I'm just kind of messing with it now, because that's interesting. It creates like ramps of uranium that are now look like angry tendrils that are coming out of this thing's mouth. Oh, that's really cool! Wow, I really like this. This is pretty sweet. This looks like a big angry asteroid monster now, with angry tendrils coming out. Oh, that could be really cool! Okay, now that I'm done playing, now that I've been playing around with that, I'm not done playing around, because I'm going to make more of that. Next is the auto leveler. So, this is pretty straightforward. So, let's say on the top of this asteroid, I really want this to be flat, so I could make like a proper station out of the back of it. Using this actually creates a perfectly flat surface. And it's, like I said, if you are familiar with the, medieval engineers like video they had, you would see this, because this is exactly what it does, is it creates the perfect area so that you could rest a station on there, or you could use anything else. So let's see, we're going to change this. Yeah, and as you can see, this is perfect flat surface. Everything is, it's really cool, honestly, because it's so much, there's another level to, game design and asteroid design. And as you can see, I mean, just by accident, I've already created multiple levels just here. See? Now there's another level. And now you can make, like, canyons, and now we can have entire worlds. People can create entire planets with this, using a pre-set up asteroid, and then just adding on to it, and doing this all day. This is pretty cool. This is really exciting, to be honest. But yeah, that is the new voxel setup they have. If you go into these menus, you can see you can adjust axis, the area, the height. You can actually do that if you go back into G. If you click them, you can adjust all of that stuff right before you even start working with them. So we can always have a pre-set up idea of what's happening and how we're affecting the asteroid itself, which is all pretty cool. Well, now I'm going to go back, chew my body. Oh god, I'm stuck. So now I'm back in the astronaut. Oh, that's terrifying, to be honest. That is just wicked. The next thing they did is terminal weapon access. So I'm inside this ship, and you have pretty normal use of it already. But now if we go push K, and you see there's Gatling gun 1 and 2, you can see it says shoot once. And it can be on to shoot once. I mean, we can set up sensors now. So if I was to put a sensor on this ship, sensor. So let's see. So I'm not going to do any of the settings for the sensor because that takes a lot of time. If I can find it, there it is. So I can set up the action. Let's do Gatling gun. Shoot once. And then we'll do this one where it's shoot on and off. And we're going to set it up to detect a station. Oh, it's only like 5 feet. So I guess I do have to jank around with the settings, just enough to do this. Okay. Come on. Why do you do this to me? They're gray, so for some reason it's not using it. Shoot on and off. Shoot once. Oh, let's do it this way. Might be doing that wrong. What is that? Shoot on. No. Why? Anyways, the whole point of it is so that you can set up sensors to shoot the gun, or shoot guns, on its own. Instead of just... Oh, this is set to nobody. But it should shoot it, because it's neutral. Oh, whatever. But yeah. I mean, it'll shoot anything that it has determined that is... I mean, it's just set up so that we can go now in, control it from this terminal, and have it set up to shoot how we want it to shoot. So, like, shoot once, just leave it on, and that'll just keep shooting forever and ever and ever. But overall, it's really cool. I like the setup. I mean... It means that more automated turret kind of weaponry, or like small ship guns, can now not only be used by players, but now can go off when you want them to. And we're going to turn that off, because that is really annoying. Off. Yeah, but that is the biggest things for this update. Other than that, they were just talking about a few other things. Oh god, I fell through. They didn't really talk about much else from what I understand, but oh god, that's still really cool. Anyways, that is all that is for this Thursday update. Thank you all for joining me on this one. I am glad to be back into Space Engineers, because there's a lot of fun to be had, especially making asteroid monsters like this. If you have any, if you like today's video, go ahead and hit that like button. Leave me a comment, tell me how I did, tell me how much I sucked. Either way, let me know, because I want to know how to make this better for you guys, how to make this more informative. How to make this, less, stupid of me, overall. But yeah, and then, go ahead and tell your friends, subscribe today, tell us, let us know how much you like us. But always, guys, thank you again, and always remember who you are and what you are. Don't go cause any trouble out there in that crazy, crazy universe. And always remember, watch out for the space monsters and the asteroids. Da da da. Bye, guys.